up, superheroes? Welcome to my channel, the place where we make the impossible possible. I'm Scarlet Grace, I'm a manifestation coach, and I help people break through their limitations and manifest their heart's desires. Today's video is about a question that I get from a lot of you. Why do I sometimes, when I try to manifest something, I end up getting the complete opposite? So this is what we're going to talk about. I'm going to explain exactly why that happens, as well as what you can do to fix that. But before we get into this, let me mention real quick that if you want to dive deeper, I have several self-paced courses, including a 21-day course on how to manifest a specific person. Coaching is currently closed, but it is going to reopen in January. So if you want to be notified when that happens, go to the coaching page and you will find the link to sign up for the waitlist so that you can be notified by email when coaching reopens. The links for all of those things are in the description below. So you have been visualizing or affirming or scripting so that you can manifest a desire that you have. But what the 3D reality gives you is the complete opposite. Why does that happen? Are you doing something wrong? This is a very common question. So there are a couple of scenarios of what may be going on and you're getting the complete opposite. The first scenario, the first reason why this may be happening is that you are in the transition period. The transition period is the time between when you start manifesting a different reality and when your manifestation solidifies in 3D reality. So most manifestations are not instantaneous. Between the time that you start changing your thoughts and imagining a different reality and the time that desire manifests, there is a time gap. This is what we call the transitional period. Now that time gap sometimes is very short, so sometimes that time gap may be just a few seconds. And you may have experienced that when you're just randomly thinking about a person and thinking, oh, I need to call this person, I need to call my best friend and share those news with her. And suddenly the phone rings and it's your best friend. So in that manifestation, the transition period was just a few seconds. In other manifestations, the transition period may be hours, or it may be days, or it may be weeks, or it may be months. That depends on the manifestation. There is no set amount of time that the transition period lasts because every manifestation is different and manifestations are like seeds. So if you have 10 different types of seeds, so you have seeds for beans, seeds for lentils, seeds for a rose bush, and you plant all of those, they will not all sprout at the exact same time and they will not all grow into the full-grown plant at the exact same time because each of those seeds is a different type of plant and each plant needs its own time to grow and become the full-grown plant. There's nothing wrong with this. This is the natural way of things. The same applies to manifestations. It's not about you. It's about the time something needs to come to full fruition in your life. Sometimes what happens is, during that time gap between when you start changing your thoughts or when you start visualizing or when you start affirming or scripting, suddenly, instead of what you're affirming or scripting, you get the opposite. The reason for that is not because you're doing something wrong. It's not because your scripting isn't right, or you're not affirming correctly, or you're not visualizing correctly. The reason you're getting the opposite is because it's not the manifestation of what you're doing right now. It's the manifestation of the thoughts that you had before, when you're having negative thoughts about this situation. So let's say, for example, you want to manifest a promotion, and somebody else kept getting the promotion the previous years, and you were never the one getting a promotion. So you spend years feeling that there's something wrong. Why am I not getting the promotion? Why does my boss hate me? You had all those thoughts that kept manifesting a situation where you never got the promotion, and suddenly you decided that no, I know about the law of assumption now, so I'm going to manifest getting that promotion. And you start imagining, or you start scripting, or you start affirming, and again, somebody else gets the promotion. That is not because your scripting is wrong or you're doing something wrong. That's because those thoughts that you had up until the point before you decided to use the law of assumption to manifest a different reality, they don't just disappear. They have to manifest something in your reality. Those negative thoughts that you had in the past have to manifest something in your reality. And what you're seeing is exactly that. Those thoughts manifest and it looks like I'm doing everything right and I get the opposite of what I want. There's nothing wrong with that and there's nothing you need to do to fix it. If this is the case, you just have to wait it out. The negative thoughts will manifest something in your reality that you don't want, But if you keep persisting, if you keep affirming or imagining or scripting for the reality you want, and you don't react to the 3D reality, to whatever negative thing manifested, which is the opposite of what you want, it will just vanish and disappear. It's a temporary thing. It's just a remnant of your past thoughts that were not so positive manifesting. You changed your thoughts already. There's nothing else that you need to do other than wait it out. And the less you react to the negative thing, the faster it will run its course, and it will be replaced by the thing that you're actually manifesting, by the reality that you actually want. This is the first case of why you're getting the opposite of what you want. There is a second scenario where you may also be not getting the thing that you want and getting the exact opposite. That is not about the time gap. That is not about the transitional period. And here's how this works. So sometimes we feel that we're doing everything right. We changed our thoughts, we affirm, we imagine, we do everything, and then we get the opposite of what we want. And in that case, if we are reacting to it, if it makes us feel very bad, that means that it's not about the transitional period. That means that probably we haven't changed the self-concept to match the thing that we want, and that is why we are reacting. So Neville Goddard said that when you imagine, when you come up with a scene that represents the new reality that you want and you imagine that you already have it, this results in a change in consciousness. A change in consciousness means that you're not the same person that you used to be back when you didn't have the thing. So let me give you an example so that you can understand what I mean and so that you can check if this is the case in your reality around this particular desire that you want to manifest. Let's say that you want to manifest your specific person treating you differently. You want more attention, you want more gifts, you want flowers, you want more out of this person. So you decide that you're going to affirm that you are worthy and that you deserve to be showered with gifts, that your specific person is very attentive to your needs, and all those kinds of affirmations that make you feel beautiful on the inside and make you feel good. And you're feeling good. And then on a particular occasion where you expect your boyfriend to bring you flowers, he doesn't bring you flowers. So how do you react to that? If your immediate reaction on the inside is, oh my God, I knew it. I knew he would never bring me flowers. I don't know what's wrong with me. I just can't seem to get flowers. Every other friend I have, it's easy for them to get flowers and gifts and I get nothing. What is wrong with me? Well, does that sound to you like a change in consciousness? You may have been affirming that you deserve it. You may have been affirming that your specific person is showering you with gifts. But has it actually really changed how you feel? No. You still feel on some level that there's something wrong with you, that you're unworthy, that you will never be treated the way you want, that for some weird reason you will never be showered with gifts. So this is not about the time gap. In this case, you may have felt much better during the day because of the affirmations, but they haven't actually managed to create a shift in consciousness. So on the inside, deep down, you're the same person who kept manifesting not having those things. There hasn't been a shift inside of you. If you had a shift in consciousness, like Neville Goddard says, then if your boyfriend wasn't bringing you flowers today, you wouldn't have an emotional reaction to this. You wouldn't make it mean anything about you, like I'm not good enough, he doesn't love me. No, it wouldn't mean anything to you. Why? Because you would know that I'm 100% worthy of flowers and I'm 100% worthy of being showered with gifts, and not getting that gift or those flowers today doesn't change that. And I'm not going to get upset about this. I may not like it, but it doesn't actually mean anything, whatever. So imagine this scenario. You're waiting on a package. You ordered something online and you're waiting for the package to be delivered. And you're certain that it's going to be delivered today. And for whatever weird reason, your package doesn't arrive today. So this is a scenario where you wanted something, you expected it to happen, you were certain it was going to happen, and it didn't happen. You're disappointed, okay, but does that actually mean anything about you? If this was something that happened to you today, would you sit down and think, oh my God, I have the worst of luck. I just never seem to get my packages. I don't know what's wrong with me. They just don't get delivered when I want them. And my whole package life is a disappointment, and there's something wrong with me. I'm unworthy of receiving packages. I'm not good enough to receive packages. I mean, you realize how insane that sounds, right? Nobody would be like that around packages. It's just something that happened. It doesn't mean anything about you. It doesn't mean you're not amazing. It doesn't mean you're not worth receiving the stuff that you paid for. It doesn't mean anything. There is nothing personal about it. So it's the same with the flowers. You not getting flowers doesn't mean there's something wrong with you, or that you are never going to get flowers, or that you're doing something wrong. But if this is your reaction, this is just an indication that what is manifesting is what is on the inside. So you thought you changed your thoughts, but you haven't actually managed to fully change your self-concept. So reality is always a mirror and is giving you exactly what you have on the inside. The feeling that you're actually not worthy of having flowers or be showered with gifts. So what's the solution to that? How do you actually manage to make that shift from feeling unworthy or not good enough or whatever other limiting belief that you have that makes reality give you the opposite of what you want, to who you need to be on the inside in order to manifest your desire easily? The answer is actually easy. If you decide to focus and have all your thoughts come from a place of I am God of my reality, I am perfect exactly the way I am, and if you keep going back to that thought, and every time you have a thought that says, this didn't happen, that means I'm not good enough to get it, you stop it and you go back to no, that is stupid. I'm God of my reality. God means I'm perfect. There's nothing that is not perfect about me. I am perfect. Exactly the way I am. I don't have to become anybody else. I don't have to change in any way other than keep remembering that I'm actually perfect. There's absolutely nothing wrong with me. I am amazing and I deserve and I always get everything that I want. And that's the only truth. If you keep going back to that, all the negative thoughts will go away. You just have to remember to catch yourself when you're going down the rabbit hole of, oh my God, this didn't happen and that means things about me. That means that there's something wrong with me. That means that I'm unworthy. That means this, that means that. Nothing means anything. Things in reality just are. Literally nothing means anything. If you have been trying to manifest a specific person changing their behavior towards you, and reality is giving you the opposite, that doesn't mean anything more about you than not getting the package delivered today and getting it delivered tomorrow. It's the same thing. It's your reaction that feeds one reality and not the other. So if you start reacting to packages and thinking, oh, I must be unworthy of receiving packages, you're going to manifest your package delivery being messed up. In the same way, because you're reacting to the person not changing their behavior towards you, you're going to manifest more of the behavior that you don't want. It's just that. It's not personal on any level. It doesn't say anything about you. All you have to do is break that tendency to take what is going on in your reality and make it personal about you. Find ways to blame you about something that has nothing to do with you other than your thoughts. You're not actually your thoughts. You're a perfect being, you're God of your reality. Whatever thoughts manifest something that you don't want, you change the thoughts, you think of yourself as good and worthy and awesome, and whatever bad reality you have, it's gonna break and it will change into the reality that you want. And it's easy as that. So if you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit the like button and be sure to subscribe and hit the bell button because I put out new videos every Sunday to help you manifest an amazing life.